Hello, my name is Mrs. Wiggins, and I thank you all for coming to school today. I want to welcome you to my 7th grade science class. I apologize for not being in today, but I needed to attend a mandatory meeting. So therefore, I have recorded this lesson for you, and I want you all to pay attention to the instructions and the information that I'm going to give you. I will see you all on the next B-Day. You should have already completed a name card where you got a blank piece of paper and you changed it into your nameplate, and you should have followed the directions on prime time as far as putting your hobby and your favorite subject. I also want you to complete the student information sheet. Don't worry about your schedule at the bottom, but I do want you to fill out your name, your address, your parent's name, whatever parent that you live with, whether it be your mom and your mom or your dad, a grandparent, an aunt or an uncle. And then I want you to fill out a telephone number that I can reach your parent that you live with. Now you're going to take out a blank sheet of paper, and as I give you some information, you're going to jot down some information on this blank sheet of paper or questions that you may have for me so that when I return on B-Day, I can have those answers for you. So who is Mrs. Wiggins? Who am I? I have been teaching for 7 years. I came from Cabarrus County Schools, and I taught 8th grade science there for the 7 years. So education is not new to me. However, this is my first year at Northridge, and I'm excited about teaching 7th grade here at Northridge. I am a mom. I have 2 beautiful, wonderful children. I have a daughter who is 17, and she's going to be a senior this year. And I have a son who's 14 who is a freshman. I'm also a wife of my wonderful husband, and I'm from Buffalo, New York. That is the place of the best pizza and the best wings. You're probably wondering if I'm fit to be your teacher. Well, let me give you a little bit of background information about my schooling. I did go to school for 4 years and got a bachelor's degree in psychology so that I can study the mind of people and how they think and how they learn. I then went to school for 2 more years and got a master's in education so that I can even learn more about students, how they learn, what's fun for them. And I attended school for 2.5 more years, where next August I will finish with my doctorate's degree, and I will be a doctor of education so that I can help others learn how students learn. All right, so you all should be familiar with your schedules, and if you're not familiar with the schedule, that will be something that you'll get used to on a daily basis. You will receive class information and a supply list from me on the next B-Day. For attendance, I do take attendance every single day. If you are late to class, you must have a pass to come to class, and we'll discuss how you'll do lockers. I do wish that all of you will purchase a locker so that you can have your book bags and things stored in that area. If money is an issue, please see me. Cell phones. And sometimes we will use cell phones in the classroom for instructional purposes, and other times we won't. I will have a designated spot for the cell phones to be so that you're not tempted to get in trouble. We'll discuss fire drills, tornado drills, or any bomb drills that we may have and how we will leave the building for those things. And we'll do that at a later date. Let's discuss the different areas of the room. When you all came in, you followed prime time, which is on the board. Prime time will always be there, and it will always tell you what it is that you are supposed to do when you come into the classroom. So you need to make sure you follow prime time as soon as you walk into the room, every time you walk into this room. Areas that are my private spaces are the areas behind my lab station and the areas behind my desk. These are areas that are private to me, and I am the only one that should be behind these spaces unless I've invited you to come there. Look around the room, you'll notice the bookshelf. The books on the shelf will be the books that we will use in class. This area is the calendar. This is where I will post things on a daily basis for those that may have missed class so you can see what it was that you missed. And there are folders where you can pick up your missed work. This area here is where you will put your homework. Notice the area that says your class period. This is where you will put your homework in these drawers, and homework is due the next day that I see you. Soon there will be a spot located in the room that will tell you what we're doing on a day-to-day basis and will also post your homework. Although you must have your agenda at all times, you will use bathroom passes to go to the bathroom. We will discuss locker breaks as needed. Let's now talk about the classroom rules and expectations. I expect for you to be respectful to everyone. I expect for you to follow the rules that I give you. There will be no negative comments. We will only be positive in this classroom. There's rewards for good behavior as well as discipline for not so good behavior. Interruptions will not be tolerated. If you need to speak, you will raise your hand, and once I call on you, you'll be called. When I ring the bell, that bell indicates that you need to stop, look, and listen. We are a family in this classroom, so therefore we will treat everyone like a family member. If someone's having a bad day or an idea, we are going to respect that idea and respect the fact that we're all human and we have bad days. If you are having a bad day, please let me know ahead of time so that I know how to conduct class. I will do the same for you. You give me respect, I give you respect. I'm going to discuss some of the things that I do expect from you. In class, I expect for you to be prompt, ready to learn when class begins. I want you to be prepared with all the materials that you need and know your due dates. If I give you a due date for an assignment, you must know when that is due. We're going to be positive and be polite and respectful to others. We're going to speak in a normal tone voice, and we're going to listen when we're being spoken to. We're also going to listen to our classmates if they're speaking or if we have a visitor. You're going to be productive, meaning you're going to turn your work in on time and always do your best. When you are working in a group or working on your own, you should be working. Do not waste time. You're going to be a problem solver. So if something happens, you are going to be able to solve that problem on your own with the assistance of me. Yes, I will help you. However, I'm going to expect for you to try to solve the problem on your own. I want you to make sure that you show respect. Value yourself. You are someone and you have been created for a purpose. Everyone is very special. So be honest and practice strong moral values in this classroom and outside of the classroom and in your community. You should treat all members of the school, community, all visitors, and your friends with politeness and respect. Respect the ideas and opinions of others. There's no stupid idea or dumb idea. Offer to help someone if you see that they need help. And be responsible for the property and belongings of others, yours and others. If I allow you to borrow something in my classroom, then I expect for you to put it back. I expect for you to clean up after yourselves. I expect you to push your chair in. There is no gum chewing in this class, so I expect for you not to have gum. Be polite to me, and our class will go smoothly. My philosophy, which means how and what I teach, I feel that you hear and you forget, you see and you believe, but if you do, then you understand. So I think that you must experience science to be able to understand it. You're going to learn through trial and error. You're going to think for yourself. Don't expect or feel entitled for anyone to give you anything. Be ready for life because a habit becomes a way of life, and you will learn that in this classroom. Some things that you're going to learn in class. You're going to learn Earth's atmosphere, human biology, cells and heredity, motion and forces. You're going to learn a little bit of Spanish, porque yo hablo español. You're going to learn a little bit of Greek, a little bit of Latin, because our language, English language, has come from those, so that helps you understand vocabulary. And you're also going to learn some life lessons here to help you grow and be a better person in life in general. How are you going to get your grade? Basically, I will be giving your grades back in a very timely fashion. I will be putting your grades on there. So you can look at this and see, but your grades will be placed on your assignment that you have, and you'll get that back very quickly. Here are some things that we will do and that you will be graded for. I grade everything, and I give you feedback on everything that you do. You're going to have some classwork. We're going to do some labs in the class, which will allow you some hands-on activity. You will have homework. We'll have quizzes. We also will have tests. There will be projects that you'll do that you'll be graded on. Following directions you'll be graded on. putting the proper heading on your paper, making sure that your name is on there, your grammar, because English matters in every class that you're in. You're going to be grading on that, so don't use text messaging on your work. Some things will count more than others, and we're going to just move forward with those things. Everything will be due the very next day I see you unless I specify. I want you to be responsible. Hopefully none of you will see this slip, but in the event that you do not finish your homework or complete your homework or turn it in, you will have to fill this slip out so that you own up to your irresponsibleness. So this slip will hopefully not only do I have expectations from you, you also have expectations of me. So here is what I promise to you. I will trust you until you give me reason to do otherwise. I will respect you and work with you to solve problems. Notice I said work with you, but not do it for you. I will promptly correct and offer feedback on your work without criticism. I will work with you to meet learning goals, so all of you have a goal that we will work together to meet. I will offer extra help and alternative assessments, which means different assignments or different things that you can do should you require them. So anytime you need help, my job is to make sure that you are at your best and that you do your very best, not just in class, but in life. So I am here for you. I want to be there to help you because I believe that every student can and will achieve his or her fullest potential. You are all destined to be somebody. I've been successful with this because I do not just teach science, I teach life. Okay, so now you're going to take your first quiz. So on your same sheet of paper, you're going to just answer these questions. Do not talk. First question, how do you get a giraffe into a refrigerator? Just write down your answer. Second question, how do you get an elephant into a refrigerator? Third question, the Lion King is having a meeting and has invited every animal on earth to the meeting. What animal does not show up? Final question. There is a lake full of angry crocodiles and you need to get to the other side. How do you do it? How do you get a giraffe in a refrigerator? You just push them in. Duh. How do you get an elephant into a refrigerator? Well, first you have to pull the giraffe out in order to push the elephant in. The Lion King is having a meeting and has invited every animal on earth to the meeting. What animal does not show? Obviously, the elephant doesn't show because he's in the refrigerator. There is a lake full of angry crocodiles and you need to get to the other side. How do you do it? Well, just swim across because all the animals are at the meeting. Duh. I hope you enjoyed this little quiz. This was basically just to show you to think outside the box, and we will be doing that a lot in science. So now that I've given you the expectations, let's take a look at this short video.
Sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? I needed you so badly. How did you know I'd give my heart gladly?
basically that video is just saying that now that you know the expectations, there should be no surprises. If you're disciplined or you're rewarded for something that you should or should not be doing, there should be no surprises. I've given you all the rules, so I'm expecting you to follow them. So, and if you don't, then you should already know what the outcome is going to be. Now, if there's time, you are going to play the autograph game. You have a sheet, or you will get a sheet if there is time, that looks like this. This is the autograph game. And what you're going to do on this sheet, first of all, where I've marked out these boxes, you want to fix that. So in this box here, where it said holidayed outside of somewhere, I want you to cross that off and put went outside of North Carolina this summer. This box down here, you're going to change that to speaks another language and can say something to you. Once you've fixed those two areas, then you're going to get up and quietly go around the room and get to know your classmates. You have to speak to them. When you go to classmates, you're trying to get at least 2 signatures in boxes. You cannot go to one person and ask them a bunch of questions. You have to go to one person, ask a question. If their answer is no, you don't get their signature. If their answer is yes, they will put their signature or their initial there. Then you have to go to another person, so one question at a time. Now you can go back to that person after you went to someone else. See how many signatures you can get before the teacher calls the end of class. This is going to conclude the lesson recording. Again, I apologize that I cannot be there, but I thank you so much for coming to school today and being on your best behavior. I will see you the next B-Day, and I look so forward to meeting you all.